Hello, it's Craig from Foxy Web Design here, and this is a quick lesson about how to do some maintenance on your website. If you don't get me to do your maintenance, then it's a very good idea for you to do it yourself. As you can see here, I'm logging into a client's website. I'm going to give them a freebie, a free maintenance a day, so I can show you the process of how it works. Alright, when you log in to your WordPress website, up here under updates, you'll be able to see that there's a number of things that need to be updated. WordPress needs to be updated, the plugins need to be updated, and the themes need to be updated. So this is the sequence that you should do it in. You should start off by updating your plugins. Select all of them and press update. Now, while they're updating, I'll point out the fact that most of the websites I've built for my clients in the last few years, I've built using the Astra theme, and that is basically the growth bundle, because you've got access to all the different add-ons in there. The main one that you use is Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor, so you could get it for $49 US without that, but every site that I build these days has this or something similar to that in there. So that's about the price range you're looking at. And I apply a license to your website when I build it for you, which means that as long as you've got hosting with me, that's all. You always get access to this license, so those things always are able to back up. There you go. There's Astra Pro. Anyway, the plugins have now updated. What I'm going to update now is the themes. So the sequence is plugins, then themes, then WordPress core if it needs updating. Now there's a few things that didn't update properly here. First of all, I'll tackle this. We'll work out why that's not updating. So we'll just give that another shot. The fact is we don't actually need starter templates because this website's already been built, so I don't use that plugin. I'll probably just delete it if it doesn't update automatically. If you do require it, however, I will go in there and install it for you. Look, this time it did update successfully. What I'm going to do now is Elementor says that it needs a database update, so I'll just do that quickly now as well. Alright, so that's been done. It's still saying Formidable is not updated. It's saying that we've got version 5.3. So we'll have a look at that we'll have a look at that now. Just want to have a look at the global settings. It's saying that we are using Formidable Forms Elite. What I'm just going to do now is I'm just going to disconnect the site and add the license again manually. If you've got any problems with this, just give us a shout out and I will go in and fix this up for you. Actually, that's the wrong button. I just simply need to add a license. It says that I'm using Elite now. Just refresh this page. Okay, enter a license key. I'll just put this video on pause for 2 seconds. Alright, so plugins are all up to date. I actually had to disinstall Formidable and reinstall it. So if you're having any problems with that, just yell out, reach out to me, and I will fix that up for you free of charge. So now we're doing the themes, updating the themes. Just back to Astra theme for a moment. Astra is probably the most popular theme of all time on WordPress. It's fast, it's lightweight, and you can build just about anything with it. So I just be aware that that's all part of you never pay for that, which most people charge you for year after year. Alright, so now all the themes have been done. All we need to do now is update WordPress itself, because that's ready for an update to get it up to the latest WordPress 6. So we just press there, and it's saying that the installation failed. Alright, so we'll go back to our updates window and see if we can try that one again. See, it's getting stuck at the font for some reason. I'm just going to do a little bit. I'll just put this video on pause, and I'll just do a little work behind the scenes to see why that's failing. All right, let's try that again. And one of the reasons that was probably failing is because I had not allocated enough memory to this account. As soon as we migrate to the new server, there'll be plenty more space, so I won't be having to shuffle space so much. So if you run into problems like this again, please just call me and I will fix it for you. So it looks like the update WordPress is going through, so based on that, I assume this will be ready in 5 seconds or so. Just while that's finishing off, most of you also have Formidable Forms installed, and believe it or not, you have access to this version of Formidable Forms, so you can have Stripe payments on there, you can integrate it with WooCommerce or HubSpot or all sorts of different things. It's amazing what you can actually do with Formidable Forms, and again, this is all built into the price for your hosting. You get the theme, you get a little bit of the design software, you get Formidable Forms, and you get licenses for all of that. So you should be able to do what I've just done here and go through the website and update the plugins, then update the themes, then update to WordPress, and you've got a brand spanking latest version of WordPress. And that's because you have all the licenses for your software applied in your website. Just check the front end of the page, even go as far as testing your form, and then you know that the job's done. All right, now just finally, what we're going to do now is we're going to back up this website. Backing up means that if something down the track happens unforeseen, such as you were doing updates to the website and the whole thing crashed on you, or you got hacked, or any number of different things that could lead to you losing your website, if you've got a backup of your website, then that's never going to happen. Now, if you're already a maintenance customer of mine, where I look after your WordPress website, I do all this for you, so you don't even have to think about it. However, if you need to do it yourself, especially since we're about to migrate hosting in the next month, all those who want it, I'll put a temporary license for Backup Buddy on your website so you can go through and back up your site. Or for a small fee, I can do it for you. And then you've just got peace of mind that you own your website in a package that you're able to take wherever you want. Having said that, you do need to get my hosting to get all your licenses paid for. All right, so that backup has now been made. So I'm going to download a local copy of this. I keep backups of all my backups too, by the way. And I've just started a new hard drive here, so not all the websites are on here yet. My way of doing the backup would be to put it into the client's folder, into a folder called backups, and then I make a folder based on the date. I always start off with the year just to make life simple, and the month, so 2022 June, and that's where the backup for that particular customer will go. You also need, up here there's a thing called Import Buddy. Just to be complete, you need to download your copy of Import Buddy, and you do need to enter a password in here. I've already entered my password in the settings console, so I know what my password is already. But you do need to know what your password is if you were going to migrate the website manually yourself. All right, and that's done. There's the website backed up. Now, you can run into problems. Sometimes you'll visit the front end of the site and it'll say WordPress is broken. In that case, there's a lot of different things that you can check. Just very, very, very basically, if we just go into the website backend that we just did then, Remedial Works, we could look for errors. For instance, if that website wasn't working, we would need to log into the cPanel. And the first place to look would be in File Manager and see if there's a maintenance file in there. Read the error log to see what errors are happening. Look, it's beyond the scope of this video to explain how to get it back up and running. If you're not confident and you want it back up and running quickly, just call me and I'll go in there and have a look for you. So that's that. That's what we've covered, how to do basic maintenance on your website and how to back it up. Now you're pretty well protected against most emergencies that could come your way. All right. So we'll just log out of some of those windows, and there's some other things that I want to show you. So we've showed you how to upgrade. I just want to point out a couple of things on my website. All right. So you've just seen how to do a maintenance, and I recommend doing that at least once a month. Now, for all of my clients, I do this pretty much every day. Sometimes I don't do it on 1 or 2 days on the weekend, but generally I do. Generally, I update the websites every day, and there are backups for all that are done for all the major milestones. All right. Now that service comes under this heading here: WordPress Maintenance and Security. And there's basically 2 levels of maintenance. There's one where I do everything that you've just seen me do, plus you get iTheme Security Pro and Backup Buddy as extra software on top of that, from the $49 a month. On top of that, I also put you onto this other service that I pay for, called Better Uptime, and it tells me whenever a website goes down. It will email me or SMS me whenever a website goes down for any reason, and then I can go in and have a look at what problems there were and go in there and fix them. So this gives me incident reports. This website's only been down in the last year for 2 hours, so it's been up for over 99.9% of the time, which is what we aim for. So whenever I see a problem here on Better Uptime, it will alert me, it will send me an email, and I go straight in there and fix it. So that's one other benefit for maintenance customers. Here's another one. This website I use called VirusDie. It's a proactive website. It looks for vulnerabilities in the website that hackers might be looking for, and it helps me fix up infected files or vulnerable files. And that's another third-party pay for service that's part of the maintenance plan. So that's the basic maintenance plan. Then there's the business class maintenance plan. With this one, you get all the features I've just discovered, just covered. Plus, you get 1 hour of my time every month, so it's worth it just for the hour of my time, which is what I charge $100 an hour anyway. So there's great value. Plus, you get access to this software library. Now, this software library is really useful. I won't go into all the different things it can do now, but basically, if you can think of it, I've got software in there that will do it. Now, you've received my email newsletter, most likely. That was done with software from my software library. That was done using a software called MailPoet. And so if you go on the maintenance plan, you can have anything in my library, including MailPoet, and that could save you some money over, say, for instance, MailChimp, because I can give you a license. Let's say it was billed yearly. It's for up to 25,000 subscribers. And let's see. Okay, so yeah, that's roughly, that's 170 euros per month for the business one, for on one website, unlimited emails, etc., etc., etc. So again, just the price of MailPoet alone is really good value for that maintenance plan. There's a whole bunch of software that I use on all your different websites. And if you're a maintenance customer, you've probably got MailPoet, and you've probably also got Skirly as well. Now, Skirly is another piece of software that pretty much costs the price of the maintenance plan alone, just by itself. And Skirly is advanced AI for optimizing the SEO on your website to get you more visitors, basically. And you can have a read more about, well, look, if you go to my list here of maintenance, and you can have a look at all the different software here, and you can actually click on the different software to see what they do. So I'm just going to look for, where's my Skirly? I should have that listed up here somewhere. Ninja Pro. Oh, that's really good. Social Ninja Pro. That's a piece of software I find really useful for putting all your Google reviews up here on the front page of your website. So if you'd like to import all your Google reviews automatically onto the front page of your website, you can do that with the WP Social Ninja Pro. Still trying to find Skirly in my list here. I haven't added Skirly, which is silly of me, because it is actually something, unless it's hiding in there from me. Astra, Ultimate, yeah. So if we have a look at Skirly, that is SEO software, and I thoroughly recommend it. It's fantastic software. It really puts a rocket pack on your website to get extra visitors on there. And again, with the pricing of the Skirly pack, it again, $75 US per month, because we've got all these different features in here: the SEO strategy, the live assistant, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it's more like this one. It's like $70 a month US. So yeah, about the price of my maintenance plan just for that piece of software. So when you add that up with MailPoet, Backup Buddy, iThemes Security Pro, Better Uptime Monitor, the Virus Die Monitor, and then for the business class maintenance, 1 hour of my time per month, it's really, really good value. All right, so I hope you found that video useful on backing up your WordPress website. If you've got any questions, please reach out to me, especially if you've got questions about this upcoming hosting migration. I'll be doing all the work on my end to make sure that there is minimal disruption on your end, and I will keep you up to date. You'll be getting another email from me within the next couple of weeks with any extra settings that you might need there from the date when we switch over from one host to the other host. All right, thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.